Public consultation on the Draft Planning Institute of the Bahamas bill wraps up this week. We're discussing what the bill does, why public input matters, and what happens next. Joining us now are Felix Stubbs. He is the chairman of the National Development Plan Secretariat, and His Excellency Joseph R. Curry. He is the executive director with the NDP Secretariat. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. I've heard some whisperings about this bill. I know we've been in the public consultation phase. What has this phase of engagement been focused on?
So right now we're focusing on getting consultation with the public on a bill that will create a Bahamas Public Policy Institute. And that institute is going to be responsible, first of all, legislating the work of the Vision 20, and secondly, creating the institution that will manage and support government's on priorities in terms of policies.
Why is it important to get public feedback on this bill?
Well, this bill is not a bill that belongs to any political entity. It's a bill that belongs to the Bahamian people. It's a national bill, and it's a bill that's going to be designed to assist. Well, the bill itself is going to be designed to assist with the administration, the management of the plan, the National Development Plan, and it's a plan that's designed to have a roadmap as to how the Bahamas will be developed. But the bill itself will create a board, it'll create a structure that is transparent, that's open, that's welcoming, that's engaging, that's encouraging Bahamians to share what type of country they want to have, where they want that country to go. And so the bill is really the first step towards continuing what began in 2013, that consultation process, which produced a document in 2016, and that's the basis upon which we prepared to launch into the institute itself.
Yes, we've heard about Vision 2040. Why is it important for persons to comment on this bill at this stage?
Well, like Ambassador just said, this bill is going to create tremendous change in how we govern the country. And so if we want to make sure that it's done right, we need to have as many people commenting on what we're doing as early in the cycle as possible. So we want to make sure, while Ambassador always tell you there's never a perfect bill, we want to make sure that we come as close to perfect as we can the first time. And obviously, if we have to make changes going forward, we will, because circumstances change, and so the bill will have to change. But the bill is important because it gives the institute the authority to do what we want. It gives the institute the autonomy so that the plan could be bipartisan.
Yes. Who's been involved in the development of this bill? Who's your team and who's been working with you?
Well, the process began several months ago. Of course, the Law Reform Commission is a great part of that. They've been the entity that has been driving the process of what this bill will look like. They've had consultations with, after having benchmark, we've had consultations with the Planning Institute of Jamaica, which is the closest one we thought could fit our plan. We've also had the executive team of the NDP Steering Committee review the bill that is before us. We've been able to benchmark it against other countries, what they've done. And of course, we had the Secretariat itself. The NDP Steering Committee is now also looking at the bill. We've put it online, we're receiving comments, we are now getting feedback, and even ideas beyond what we've asked for. So there's a great excitement on the ground about this bill. And more so, not so much the bill as much as, the plan.
Yes.
Let's get on with this plan. We want to hear what is possible for our country, which we all love so much.
And during this consultation process, as you're receiving feedback, persons are buying into the vision.
Absolutely.
They feel as though they're a part of it, and it's a collective decision. For those who've been submitting comments, typically in a public consultation, the comment period will close. What happens after that? How are people's comments processed, and how does that feed into the bill?
Well, and so we are always going to be open for comments. We have a website that people can always send their comments into, and while the comments may not get included in this round of consultation, those comments will always be taken into consideration, and for future rounds of consultation, and for future changes that need to be made to that legislation. So consultation is always important. Comments from the public is always important, and it is important also because even as we move forward, if the public continues to comment, they can critique what we're doing,
Sure.
how well we're doing.
Sure.
And so we welcome it.
Fantastic.
And I also want to add briefly to that also, including what he said, there's a parliamentary session because they will be the ones who consider the bill.
Yes.
And we want to make sure so that's a consultative process as well.
Yes.
We want to make sure they understand the bill, the importance of the bill, to share with us any concerns or questions they may have, comments, suggestions. That's another level of consultation.
Yeah.
Those will be responsible for any aspect of the plan, meaning the Secretary of the Cabinet, the Financial Secretary, Permanent Secretaries, the leadership of the governmental structure in the country. They're going to be part of that process as well. We need to hear from them because this is something that we need broad buy-in. Yeah. We want to ensure that the public has confidence, has trust in the process, and if they have any concerns, they can come to us and we can respond and ensure that they are comfortable with it.
Yes,
And that it's open and it's transparent.
all stakeholders at all levels are important. So what's next in the process?
Well, I think she'll just talk to him. So next, we will meet with the parliamentarians. Well, once we've taken the comments and collated them, we will send it back to the AG's office to try and incorporate it into the draft bill. We'll then take that draft bill back to the cabinet, who will then arrange for it to be presented to all of, like Joe said, the parliamentarians, the permanent secretaries, financial secretary, the cabinet secretary, and some other important leaders of the country, so that we can get their feedback. And then why that is important is because we want to make sure that when this bill gets to Parliament, it doesn't become a political debate. We'll have all of those agreements ahead of time, and so it should be smooth sailing, and that all political parties are in agreement with that. As a matter of fact, we have all those parties represented on our steering committee, so we're getting their views already, but we want to hear directly from the political leaders.
Yes. For those who may not have had a chance to view the bill or comment as yet, just drive home again why it's important to get persons' feedback, buy-in, comments, and again, why this bill is important for the country.
Well, as I said earlier, thank you for the question. As I said earlier, this is a national process we are using, meaning that it doesn't belong to a group of persons, it belongs to all of us. The process of moving a people forward or moving a country forward must be engaging, which means that in order for me to understand and to appreciate or even be supportive of something, that process must also respect who I am, what I have to say, and what I think about what's going on. Consultation, and we want to use two things. There's consultation and there's engagement. Consultation is more broader. We can engage as we're doing right now. That's important. People need to know that there is a place they can come, there is a vehicle that they can use for their views to be presented, explained, welcomed. So consultation and engagement is critical to the process.
Yes. Well, this has been a very informative session. I thank you, gentlemen, for being here this morning. For those who haven't had a chance to check out the bill, where can they find it to provide comments?
And so they can go to vision2040bahamas.org and send their comments into that. We will get them. And if they want to leave their names and the contacts, we will appreciate that as well, so we can get back to them and maybe flesh out more comments from them.
Fantastic. Thank you, gentlemen. Looking forward to the finalization of this bill, all stakeholders buying in, and us moving the country forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Make sure to check out the Draft Planning Institute of the Bahamas bill. Give your feedback, give your comments, and make sure we have comments from all stakeholders at all levels of the country. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.